You got orders for Robins Air Force Base for 2022 and you got no clue what to expect from your next duty station. Let's face it, PCSing isn't easy, and if you have no clue what to expect and what to do, where to go when you move to your next duty station, it is even harder. But don't worry, that's what I'm here for. I give you all the information you need for your PCS move to Robins Air Force Base in 2022. What's up and welcome to the video. My name is Mischa Thompson. I'm a local real estate professional here at Robins Air Force Base with The Real Broker. I am also a military spouse and I walked in your shoes. I've PCSed from one duty station to the other and wished I had a lot of the information I will give you before PCSing to Robins Air Force Base. So let's go. One of the questions I get all the time from people PCSing to Robins Air Force Base is, how is the weather down here in Middle Georgia? Well, I can tell you, if you have been stationed at Herbert Field, Eglin, or Tyndall in Florida, it's pretty much the same. We got long, hot, and humid summers where you sweat for doing nothing, and we got a very mild winter. It rarely gets under 35 degrees, and you never see a snowflake. But if you see one of those flurries coming down, be assured that all the schools will be closed and every other business will be probably shut down because they are not used to having snow at all. The biggest question I always get is, does Robins Air Force Base has on-base housing? The answer to the on-base housing is yes. Robins has on-base housing. They even have off-base on-base housing where you can actually rent a property off-base but on-base if available. When it comes to purchasing or renting off-base, a lot of people choose Bonaire and Kathleen because they have great schools. But also Perry, Byron, Centerville, and Warner Robins are options. Keep in mind though, in 2022, if you are looking to rent, rental prices went up quite a bit. And that's because all the home prices went up over the last 2 years, which increased the property tax, and now rent prices had been adjusted over the last 2 years. So if you're renting, keep in mind you might not get as much as you would have gotten 2 years ago, and the BAH really hasn't changed that much in 2 years. When it comes to purchasing a property, your 30 days of TLF and 10 days of house hunting might not be enough time to get into your property. What I do with all my clients that are out of state and PCSing to Robins Air Force Base to make it as easy as possible for them is I ask them what they're specifically looking for and then send them a list of properties. If they like some of those properties, I personally go out, I video the whole property, I be there on site, I can tell them if someone smoked in there, what the condition of the property is, how the neighborhood is. What I also do is I fly my drone to give them an aerial picture of the neighborhood where that property is located so they can see, is there any power lines around? Is there a dumpster next door or whatever? The third question I get all the time is, what is there to do in and around Warner Robins? Well, there's a lot to do. Within Warner Robins, we got numerous parks. There is a water park, Rigby's, that has an indoor skating ring, that has laser tag, arcade games, a bowling alley, and so on. Even a go-kart track. So that is one attraction in Warner Robins that a lot of people go to. There are other attractions as well. There's a lot of different food. Warner Robins is the international city and you can get food from every country in the world pretty much. And if you like to travel, within 2 hours you are in Atlanta and can visit the aquarium, the Coca-Cola Museum, the Olympic Park, and just have a day in the city. Or you can drive down to the Savannah, which only takes you 2 hours, and you can have a day at the beach. So there is lots of things to do when moving to Robins Air Force Base. Another big question I get is, what is the traffic like on base or towards base? Well, base is located on 247 and all gates are along that street. Depending on the time of the day, it could be that this street is slam packed. So what I would suggest is talk to your coworkers who have been here for a while and ask them what the best time would be to drive and get to base to be on time at work. Are there shops around? Yes. there are shops around. The base has a commissary and a shop pet, and Warner Robins has a TJ Maxx, a Target, plenty of Walmarts, Kroger's. We have them all. There is a home goods store, a Home Depot, a Lowe's. There's a lot of shops. And another important thing when PCSing to Robins Air Force Base, especially when you have kids, is the education. In Houston County, yes, it is pronounced Houston, not Houston. Houston County has some amazing schools. The base has actually 2 CDCs, and outside of the base, there are some amazing daycares as well. If you want to know more about school ratings and all that other stuff, I would encourage you to check www.niche.com to find more information about the area. So this was my little video about PCSing to Robins in 2022 and all the questions I get asked a lot of times. I hope it was helpful to you and makes your PCS move a little bit easier. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments below or contact me directly. My contact information is in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. And if you want to see more of that content because you're PCSing through Robins, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well, because I'll put out a video every week about Warner Robins and the surrounding area, and maybe there's something that is helpful to you. And I hope I see you in the next one.